Alright everyone, welcome to another beer review, and today a really interesting beer. I don't know, it depends on how you look at it, I suppose. But it's from a brewery who I am a big fan of, and I've drank a lot of their beers, and they're actually one of my favourite breweries actually. But this is a can from Øl, and this is one that they've actually brewed, that's not been brewed at Ledet at their new facility. So, Øl CPH is the beer we brew and release at our brewpub Bruz in the heart of Copenhagen. So this is a can of the Pillow Talk, which is a New England IPA, clocking in at 6.5% ABV. Stunning presentation on this. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. The wonderful Kasper Ledet's artwork, and I know I'm not pronouncing that second name properly, but I do apologise. It's just fantastic, isn't it? So this was actually brewed or canned on the 12th of June 2019, and the best before was the 12th of September 2019. So it's the 8th of July as I'm reviewing this, so just under a month old. Which is really exciting actually. Some really nice fresh Øl stuff, and it's from their actual premises, so I'm really excited. Plus 500ml can, you can't go wrong. Anyway, so I may regret reviewing this now because it's now 11:10, and I've got a 12-hour shift tomorrow from 8 till 8 in a call centre listening to annoying customers who don't understand the concept of an end of season sale, which means stock is limited. It's end of season sale, so don't get angry when we don't have the stock. But anyway, I'm not here to moan about first world problems. I'm here to enjoy a good beer, hopefully, and got the matching beer glass. Don't have the matching apparel, although representing Temple Coffee and Donuts from their Leeds. Highly recommended if you're into your donuts. And I actually have a couple of donuts from Asda. Got like a deliciously decadent chocolate one and a raspberry and white chocolate one. So it's a little bit late for me to do a pairing video, so hopefully they'll keep overnight. I'll probably end up having one anyway after I've had my tea. Anyway, I got this beer in the July Mikkeller Beer Club box, so as is per usual with any Mikkeller Beer Club related reviews, referral link is down below, and so if you're interested by any of the beers that I've received in that box. So let's get this poured and see what we get. And it's pouring beautifully already. It's almost a luminescent, yet very pale and cloudy, as you would expect, and I can literally smell it from here. Fantastic stuff. Just look at that, it's turbid as hell. It's got that sort of like slight chicken stock look to it. A little bit of melon juice, or freshly squeezed melon and pineapple. Beer poured with about just half a finger's lining of white head. But yeah, you are not seeing through that at all. So let's see what we get on the nose when we give it a good sniff. Or you could just spill it all over the floor and waste the beer. That's something I'm really quite good at, it would seem. So, well, at least the room is smelling wonderful right now. I still don't understand why Yankee Candle don't do a range of candles based on these sort of aromas. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Loads of like freshly squished up mango, papaya, passion fruit. There's the bitterness of grapefruit coming through, blood orange. There's a real dank edge to it, like a real greenness. So hopefully with it being a month old, it has mellowed down slightly, because I don't mind it when you do get a bit of that like green punch when a beer is a little bit young. But sometimes it can be just a little bit too much. But on the nose, it's like yogurt with compote mixed in. Is there anything else aside from the usual in this? Barley, wheat and malted oats, so there's no sort of lactose, but there is a little bit of like vanilla yogurt aroma and like summery ice lollies. Oh, it smells wonderful. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys. Ooh. That's really interesting, actually. So on the intake, you're not really getting too much of a hoppy flavour, but it's around that middle part where just all of a sudden, as James Rampillion's reviews would say, it's that oily bubble pops, then it's like a big hit of hoppy character. Yeah, just as you're swallowing that beer, it really comes alive. Low bitterness on the back end, but there is still bitterness, so it's not overwhelmingly sweet, not distractingly sweet or anything like that. Leaves a residue on your mouth as well, but also slightly dries out the palate. I mean, there is a dank green earthiness there, but it's really nice and muted. Fruit flavour wise, I'm actually getting a little bit more of a citrus character. Just jam-packed full of grapefruit on this, which is fine by me. It's got a very subtle gooseberry-like tartness there, maybe a hint of passion fruit. As I've come to expect a lot of passion fruit from especially Danish breweries. I've noticed that character comes out a lot in Danish, Scandinavian IPAs. Even though I got sick to death of passion fruit because Mikkeller were just putting in loads of beers. They must have just they must have overbought like a batch of passion fruit puree or something and just plonked it in loads of beers. But this Pillow Talk, it makes sense. It is pillowy, it's soft, it's gentle. There's a little bit of greenness on the back end. Yeah, it's just soft, so drinkable. Do you know what I mean? It's not overwhelming the palate, because sometimes even with beers like this, you like really enjoy like a third of it or 2/3, but you can't enjoy more than that because it just gets way too much and gets a little bit heavy. But this is like, I could imagine being in Copenhagen right now, sat outside, either in a field, no, by the river, some sort of body of water. You parked your bicycle up, you've got your cured meats and your picnic, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of bread. You can tell that I think about this sort of stuff all the time, but just like pour in cans, get a nice cooler bag, enjoy with friends, or drinking this straight from tap at Bruz. I'd love to go to Bruz. I'd just love to go to Copenhagen, but I'd be fearful that I'd never want to leave. But yeah, this is damn good. I was maybe expecting a little bit more of like hoppy flavour in there, but what I've got in there is just, you know it's there and you can detect it. It reminds me of the beers that I've had from First View Check, where they're just so soft and gentle and like soothing. And this is one of those beers. And drinking this at 17 minutes past 11 in the evening, it's going down a treat. Really, really is. So yeah, really nice to actually taste something that wasn't brewed at the prof or contract brewed, although it's under strict scrutiny from the brewers over at 2 It's not like they just like palm it off with someone, because I've had some world-class beers from 2 over the past few years, but it's really nice to actually a little bit fresher, straight from the source, get it in a can, month old, jobs are good. And I could imagine this maybe being a little bit too harsh, or maybe just a little bit harsh, if you were to have drank this like a week to 2 weeks since it's been canned. But I think I'm drinking this at a really good moment where you still get a little bit of hop flavour. Well, you get a lot of hop flavour, you get a lot of hoppy characteristics, but you've still got a little bit of greenness, which sort of plays into that grapefruit-like bitterness. So yeah, I'm impressed with that, and I want to try more beers from the canning like this, and it just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? That really stands out on the shelf. But what is it? It's a photograph with some text underneath. I don't know what the thinking is behind it. It could just be an image that Kasper likes and he's just plonked it on there, and it's got very minimalistic text underneath. If I tried to do the same thing, it would look shit. So when people say, oh, I could have designed that, or oh, anyone could do that, well, theoretically, yes. But if you don't have the sort of like conviction, then it just looks like you've plonked a photo above a little bit of a white border and put some text in there. But this just works beautifully, like the way it's all spaced out. I'm not too sure if Kasper still adopts that every label has an imperfection in there. It's really hard to find, but yeah, just like the staging of the photograph. I don't know what that actually translates to. I don't know if you can see that properly. But yeah, Pillow Talk. It makes sense to call it that. It's pillowy, it's soft. I want to fall asleep in it. I'd happily drown in this beer. So in terms of a rating then, nice citrus boost there. I'm going to give that one a 9 out of 10. That's lovely stuff. It's not the most adventurous in your face, like pew, fruit juice, pew, that sort of beer. Or one of those beers that smells wonderful, but you taste it, it's like, oh, doesn't really translate well. It's just a lovely, lovely beer. And I'm very happy that I got to try it. So if you're interested, then I'll put all the links down below to different review sites. Go check out Tool. Go check out my Tool playlist, as well as go check out the Mikkeller Beer Club or Beer Mail and get yourself a nice discount. And especially with these summer months, we're going to get a lot of nice pale beers, not just from Mikkeller. That's what I like about this. I get to try something that I know you can buy from like the web shop. But yes, I do need to like do a good like order from like the Tool's web shop, or even try their beer club sort of subscription as well. I might do that in a few months' time. We shall see. Anyway, I've waffled on for way too long. Lovely, lovely stuff. Highly recommended. If you have tried it, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. And yeah, hopefully you'll join me next time for another beer review. So thank you all for watching, and you all take care. Cheers. Too far away from the camera to actually press it properly. See you guys later.